welcome to the roast. I am, of course, Sugar Chris, and with me is our guest, Mr. B.A. Turner.
How's it going?
And I keep telling Mr. Turner that I'm losing my mind because I keep thinking I had him on already. I remember having a conversation about gargoyles. I remember seeing that Joe Ball piece. I'm losing it. I swear I am. How you doing this morning, Mr. Turner?
Not too bad. Just woke up about 45 minutes ago, so just getting my bearings together.
Yeah, yeah. I meant to get a little bit more of a sleep than what I did,
Yeah.
but I got a couple hours in. But gosh, waking up felt rough.
Oh yeah.
2 hours ain't enough.
No, that definitely isn't.
I was just like, oh man, I just wanted to go back. Every time I closed my eyes to blink, it was just like, come on, get back open. Oh, let's see. We got Soul in the chat. He says, welcome to the weekend roast, where it's all about novels, comics, Lovecraft, gargoyles, Detroit, Joe Ball, and a lunchbox. Questions? Stay tuned, and good morning, Chris, Brett, and chat.
Thank you.
As always, Soul bringing the good intros. Then we got Hojo. Hey, Hojo.
What's up, Ojo?
How you doing this morning? Hustling still going strong? Soul says, Sugar, to be fair, there are numerous reasons why you could lose it. Night shift is just one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, all y'all picking on me finally caused me to break, lose it. Oh my! Their latest thing is to is to say that is to embarrass me in front of a mermaid who was coming into the chat recently, a redheaded lady. Let's see. Everyone back this book, says Hojo. Yeah, you heard the man. All right, let me bring it up while we're gabbing. Vigilantes Creed. All right, first, Brent, Mr. Turner, we need to know more about you. Is this your first ever project that you've worked on?
Yeah. So yeah, this is comprising of two prose novels and a mini comic, and I started writing the novels as actually one novel about 7, 8 years ago. And after I got about 600 pages deep, I'm like, I gotta split this puppy up into two. And for about the last 2, 3 years, I've just been editing and revising, and I worked with a professional editor on them as well and a writing coach. So just been buttoning everything up slowly and trying to build a bit of an audience, get connected with people, especially in the comic community, and finally just pulled the trigger to get it out in front of everybody. So here we are.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like you're taking it quite seriously. If you're hiring writing coaches and whatnot,
Oh yeah.
trying to improve your craft.
Yep.
So how did I go over? So it's over 600 pages with both of these books combined.
So that would be if it was a standard size book. So I'm actually doing an oversized book, so it's more comic book size. You can tell it's also gloss laminated, a little bit larger font. So what it allows me to do is, makes it a more comfortable read. You're not jamming your finger in the middle of the book, trying to bend it just to keep it open. So these two will be around 240 pages each, because it's again comic book size instead of that smaller, real tight size.
Yeah,
So, but tons of content.
it's gonna have bigger letters for us old people.
That's
It's
right.
seeing easier. Let's see. Oh, Hoja says his campaign is closed as of midnight. Dropping sign up page for number 2 in a few hours. Oh, nice, Hojo. Nice.
Nice.
Oh, I should have tried to get you on before you closed. I didn't know you was closing already. Well, I'll have to have you on for the sign up page then. All right. But then we also have a mini comic.
Right.
What do you mean by mini comic? Is that like the ash cans from back in the day, just a little tiny thing?
So this one's kind of hard to explain. I think a lot of people potentially misunderstand it. So it's not going in terms of size, right? It's normal comic book size, and it's going to be between 15 and 17 pages of colored art. So it's in the same formatting as a normal comic. There's, panelization, there's two-page spreads, etc. Except for it's not telling the story. What it's doing is it's introducing every major and supporting character. So a way to look at it is you're getting comic style art, but it's kind of in the format of just a massively oversized trading card. So the lettering is going to contain like, hey, this is this character's name, their
Okay.
height, their weight, their kill statistics, their abilities, their skills, and then it'll reference what page in the novel that this is taking place. So the idea is that, when you're reading a novel, it can be tough because there's not much visualization. And a lot of people, especially in the comic area, they don't want to read novels because there isn't that visualization. So what I'm trying to do is provide that visual side of things so that as you're reading, you actually see some of the major scenes, you know exactly how every major character and supporting character looks like, so that as you're reading, you're not focusing on how do they look because it's ingrained in your mind, and you can read the story like it's a film playing out in your mind. And then you get that bonus of, oh man, that's that. I love that scene. And you get to see the art with great Corey Barton detail. And I mean, it's a lot of pages for something that's connected to a novel. And the other idea was this would give people a sneak peek into the quality they can expect art wise, the level of detail and everything for when I do a full normal like comic issue. So some people could consider it an art book if they just want to collect some great Corey Barton art. They have it. Or I'm hoping people will give the novels a chance and they'll try it with this art so that they can see that not every novel is boring without any visualization. Like this is something different, and maybe I could be that one-stop shop for a unique novel experience, because a lot of comic folks were inspired by novels and enjoyed reading novels at some point in their life. And so I'm hoping this will kind of reignite that interest, because I mean, I love comics obviously myself, but you can only do so much context of the story. You can only do so much dialogue in a comic because you are constrained by page count
Yeah.
and money. Where with this, like I can give you super detailed fight scenes. I can really expand on the backstory of every character and all of the biblical lore. I would need so many comics to do that. So this gives you that really in-depth content that can give you entertainment for weeks, and then hopefully, within a year or so, I can give you the first comic issue, and then just keep providing you both so that you get kind of, both mediums. So that's kind of the idea behind the mini comic.
Hmm. Yeah, kind of like a supplemental.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll
Yep.
work. I think that's a good idea. I know some folks, aren't. Uh, how to word it? It's a little harder with some folks with novels. They want the
Yep.
pictures and stuff, so that kind of, but
Yep.
maybe that'll help ease them into the book. Having
Exactly.
those
Yeah.
pictures there and such.
Yep. And then if and when I do audiobooks, it'll make that more enjoyable as well, to where you can again be able to visualize the characters from having that reference material. And I think the biggest distraction when you're reading a novel is trying to remember, especially if you put the book down for a couple days because people have lives, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to remember, well, shit, what was his hair color? Or, what did he look like when he started transforming into a gargoyle? Well, you have that, so you can just quickly look at it and then dive into the story.
Yeah.
So it's new. It's a hard sell initially, but I'm hoping once some people get exposed to it, they'll see the merit in it. So
Audiobook, that'd be interesting. Who could we get to do the voices for the
I
audiobook?
I have somebody in mind, so
Oh, you already got them picked out, huh?
possibly, yeah, we'll see how things progress here after I this campaign goes in demand. So
Okay, okay.
mm,
Let's see. Oh, there's Pale Rider. What's he saying?
What's up?
So what Chris is saying is I've been lazy and not making red dress / mermaid content, and I need to get off my ass. Well, oh no, I did not say that, Pale Rider. Gosh damn it. Oh, we got Marinus. Hail, hail.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, folks. Yeah, he's putting the link to Vigilante's Creed. Thank you, Soul.
Thank you.
Wu-Tang Clan Turner is in the house. Let's see. Yeah, so what exactly is this story about? We haven't got to like the pitch or nothing here.
Yeah, so essentially it's about a man named Slade Allen who becomes metaphysically bound to an angelic grimoire. And this happens because he sacrificed his life for another, and the grimoire had sensed that he was being unjustly taken from the earth before its time, or his time. And so that grimoire had led its keeper, which was an elderly priest, to the scene of the crime, and it allowed that priest to perform an ancient ritual to save his life. However, in turn, every night at the strike of midnight, it turns him into a gargoyle. And initially, he's fueled by vengeance to try to find out who attacked him and this woman he had saved and why. And it leads him down this rabbit hole of corruption in the city of Detroit, which is pointing at the time towards the commissioner of the police. And as he's investigating the police and hunting down criminals to beat information out of them, he teams up with some other individuals that have been adversely affected by all of this corruption, and eventually it leads them to discover that a man named Incubus, which is the antagonist that looks a little bit like Cthulhu, is behind everything. And he's unearthed a Nazi era mind control serum that allows him to enter the subconscious of his subjects and bend their minds to his will, essentially so that he can create perfect super soldiers, right? Soldiers that believe that he is their god. He's convinced them they cannot feel any pain or fear, that they must fight right to the last dying breath.
Perfect morale.
Yep, so it sets up this massive street war between this team of vigilantes and Incubus and his super soldiers for the fate of Detroit and potentially beyond, because he's this power hungry megalomaniac, and he's a villain that you just love to hate. Not redeemable, not one of those new age villains that people are pushing. So it's a healthy mixture of urban fantasy and sci-fi with a lot of Lovecraft vibes throughout the story. There's some horror aspects, especially when he's entering the minds of his victims, where he torments them. It gets really trippy and eerie. Those subjects, when they see him, they see his tentacles are squirming, bending bars, inks, spewing from his mouth. So
Gross.
it's definitely a unique story. It's got a lot of biblical and supernatural lore. So unlike the Gargoyles TV series, which had a more medieval magical backstory, and where the gargoyles were primarily just stone at night and then in gargoyle form during the day, this one's tied to archangels and biblical lore, and he's human during the day, and then gargoyle at night, and has really unique abilities that tie into the soul of a person, again, versus just like magic.
Okay, so yeah, so this is him in his like just human form.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, down
Yep.
there. Yeah.
And then in his gargoyle form, he goes by the name of Dread Knight.
It's got a code name.
Right. Yep.
So are we going to learn about this Incubus's backstory? Why he's a squid man?
Absolutely. Yeah. That ties into the story. Yep.
Oh,
And that's the great thing about writing a novel, is that you can give a really in-depth backstory to every single major character, because there's time to do that, and so you get a lot of great stories within this large story. And I was also able to go into a great backstory and lore to the actual grimoire, right? How it came to be, how it's impacted the world from century to century. So there's a lot of deep story within this overall storyline.
Okay. Let's see, what's everybody saying over here? It's amazing how much color comes to Sugar's pale face. Oh, come on! Good Lord, Pale Rider. I, I don't even. Come on now. Marinus, those gargoyles look a bit cooler than Hawkman, don't they? What? What's this about Hawkman? What is Hawkman getting brung up? Marinus says those are two different comics, not comparable at all. Let's see. I just remembered I still need to put Chris's pigtail red dress pick in the program and make him. What? What are you talking about, Pale Rider? Pick in the program? I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm sure I'll find out whether I like it or not. Yeah, this story seems to have it all. Even got Nazi mind control here.
Exactly. Yep.
How in the world was it? I am curious to find out how a squid man comes into possession of Nazi mind control serum too.
Oh yeah.
It'd be crazy if he spews it out of his ink. Look at these guys.
So those the top two are the other two vigilantes that team up with the Gargoyle Dread Knight. The one on the left is Radar, who is actually a police officer, a good one that's working kind of as a mole within the department to find out what's going on and provide clues and leads for the team. And then the one on the right is the Siberian scientist, who is a Russian neuroscientist that's trying to help the team counter the mind control serum and find an antidote. And since he's Russian, they undergo mandatory military service, so he's got weapons training, hand-to-hand combat training. So
let's see, Russian. That explains the AKs.
Yep, AK-74Ms.
I was gonna say disappointment they're using the AKs. But I guess it's all right if they're Russian.
That's right.
Just trying to shoot down these baddies, but they're packing some pretty heavy plates.
Yep. So those would be some of the mind-controlled super soldiers.
We got the cover for the mini comic.
Yep.
Do we have the cover for the books themselves here? Is that?
Yep, that's coming up down just a little bit. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Here's the cover for the comic.
Yep, so that's the Corey Barton main cover, and then right below that is the Skunk Artworks variant, which was hand-painted.
His drawing of the gargoyle is interesting. I can't tell from here, but it almost looks less stony and more fleshy.
Yep. So he's in flesh form a majority of the time, but he has the ability to turn any part of his body to stone at will. So if he just wants to turn his fist to stone or his chest, he can do that, or his entire body if need be for defense.
Okay. I thought that he was in his human form, and then when he turned stony, he went into gargoyle mode.
Nope, he goes right from human to like flesh gargoyle, and then he has that ability to turn to stone when he would like.
Ah, gotcha.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. And we had a painted variant cover for the mini comic.
Yep.
There we are. Oh, he's even got a little logo on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy. What's going on with his arm?
So he has a like steampunk mechanical arm, which gives him like enhanced strength, the ability to choke his victims, which goes with the theme of him kind of looking like an octopus, right? Having the name Incubus and tentacles and being able to constrict his victims.
Okay, so he can hold them down while he tickles them with his tentacle fins.
Pretty much.
Spew his mind control ink on them. So is there a genre you don't have in this book, to Mr. Turner? We've got Cthulhu, we've got steampunk, we've got biblical gargoyles, Nazis.
Yeah, there's no romance or erotica, so that's about it.
Well, the Pillar says any part of his body to stone, so a ladies' man. So we're getting the erotica. There we go. Let's see. And with an altering of possibly the ending, we could turn these two into a romance.
Yeah, jeez.
We got some interiors.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah. Mr. Barton does some good work here.
Oh yeah.
Reminds me of what would it be? I guess the 90s style there, I guess.
Yep, exactly. That's what I was going for.
That man does not look like he's doing so good there at the tattoo on his arm.
Nope, he's dead.
Oh gosh, the worst kind. Oh dang! Didn't even get to know him. Let's see. People enjoying the day. And bam! Mr. Gargoyle shows up. That poor car. Let's see. We got the Joe Ball cover.
Yep, so that's the cover for the black and white version, which will just be Virgin art, all black and white from Corey and Elliot, and then Joe here. And then there's also an option for the novels that instead of getting two separate novels, you can get them in one book with the Joe Ball cover on both sides, because if you turn that upside down, it works in both directions. There's a lot of action and characters going on in there, so it's kind of a two-way cover. So you can get a cheaper and just bigger option, just one big novel if you'd like.
What's that fella doing? Oh, yeah, pose there. He's got his fingers out and such.
Yeah, it was just something that Joe kind of put together. Ended up looking real cool. So that's one where you turn it upside down, it's the gargoyle flying down to catch a falling character there.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. And then you have in the top left, it's the mask of that Siberian scientist. On the bottom right, it's Radar, the other vigilante. It's his mask. And yeah, you can see them as well in the bottom left and top right. Like he just fit everybody in there, and it's really cool.
It's neat.
Yeah.
Oh, he's added into this all the little details.
Yeah.
You can just sit here and look at it and find new little things to notice.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
And then the original art's available for that as well for anybody that collects art. So.
Oh yeah, there you go. People like Joe Ball's art, so that might be something folk be interested in.
Oh yeah.
Of course, we got to have our shirtless guy doing pull-ups.
Yep. So those would be the vigilantes, like unmasked or in their human form there. So all three of them.
Let's see. Soul says it says October shipping, which would probably be in time for Halloween.
Yep, that's the goal.
Yep. I'm sorry, Turner. I'm sorry. Let's see. I had to do that. Sorry. Yeah, you should be. You should be.
Yeah, I need to start marketing this as a Halloween book. It's perfect timing.
Yeah. Start pushing that.
That's right.
Whatever gets sales.
Yeah. So these would be the novel covers here. So this is book 1 of Blood and Stone, which obviously introduces there the gargoyle and an incubus there in the background.
Is that another Barton piece?
Yep. So this would be, again, the introduction book where it shows the, you know, the intro of the gargoyle, how he becomes, and the formation of the team of vigilantes and their uncovering of who is behind everything. And then the second book, Mortal Defiance, that just sets up that major war and the play out of that.
Okay. Yeah. I like how our ink friend is always wearing like a nice tie, nice
Mhm.
little dress shirt and pants.
Yep.
Keeps himself cleaned up.
Yep.
Look at this sloppy guy. He's got blood all over his arms. He ain't even trying to clean it up. I'm already, that bad guy. He seems to have some appeal already. At least he keeps himself clean. Let's see. Mortal Defiance, Book 2.
Yep, and both are wraparound covers as well. So yeah, a lot of good art on the covers.
Is it just me or does his glasses look like they're crooked? Maybe his head's just at an angle. Yeah, that's the reason.
Probably, yeah.
Unless he got a teddy bear.
Well, because there's a bomb in it, and he's flying out of a children's hospital to prevent it from blowing up in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Incubus had planted a bomb as part of a trap, and he's trying to save the hospital.
He better hope that turning to stone can protect
Mm-hmm.
from explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, R.I.P. Jimmy Buffett. I just seen that before I started the stream.
Yep.
Yeah. Cheeseburgers in paradise. Yeah. I never listened to a ton of Jimmy Buffett, but I'd hear him on the radio.
Yeah, same.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Books 1 and 2 combined into one beautiful book featuring the Joe Ball two-way black and white cover.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So how's that going to work then?
Yeah, I mean, instead of like a 240-page book, it'll be roughly 500 pages. And, the benefit is I can print it cheaper. So folks, get a bit of a discount on it because I don't have to have two covers printed or two separate books. So it'll just be one really big book, also in an oversized cover.
Hmm. Hmm. And you get that nice Joe Ball cover.
Exactly, yep.
Yeah. Let me see. Scroll back down here. We got some more talk of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
Destitute. Ooh. Nice word.
Hmm.
I like Ray Fisher.
Yeah.
I like his little mask here. It makes him look like a religious zealot or something.
Yep.
Right proper crusader.
Yep.
Father Ephraim. The villain of Incubus, Commissioner Ream. Oh, the villains are outnumbered. Only two of them.
Well, there's plenty of super soldiers, but they're all drones and all
They're just
alike.
mooks.
So. Yeah.
Mooks and henchmen.
Yep.
You've been doing this for quite a while, working on this one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's always interesting talking to a lot of indie people and hearing them, a lot of them talking about how they've been doing these for all these years, working on this universe and building these idea up and just wanting to get it out there to people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Count on Chris to zero in on a stuffed animal. Furry light. Oh, come on. Furry. That's a stuffed animal. Come on now. Hey, Turner put it in there. What's that say about him? He's even got a tentacle man.
That's right.
He's probably. Turner, do you watch anime?
I don't. Not yet.
Uh, good. Mo will be proud to hear, happy to hear that. Let's see.
And then on those sketch cards, the gargoyle one on the top left is the only one left for that. The other two have sold. So
Of course, it's Joe Ball.
yeah,
Surprised
can't
there's
believe
even one
one of
left.
them's left. I know.
His sketch cards usually go quick.
Yeah.
Here are esteemed gentlemen. Joe looking pretty alpha as always. Let's see. We got Mr. Turner. We got Mr. Barton. Scott Artworks. Elliot Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure I know all these people. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gargola print artist.
Yep. So on any of the bundle packages where there's more than one product, everyone will get 3 free art prints and 2 free oversized bookmarks, all of which will be laminated. And one of those prints was a piece of art that Elliot did,
Oh,
and he's also doing 2 of the interior pages as well. So great guy.
look at Lunchbox.
Yep. Yep. That's one of the add-ons, or it's part of the like really large bundle package. And then there's also a 500 piece puzzle as well that's available.
Oh no. So they tell Bancroft he's got competition in the puzzles. Let's see. Soul wants Pale Rider to say he likes country music so he can picture Pale Rider as a trucker that goes, here's the old rider, ow, over CB radio. 10-4, 10-4, good buddy. We got a convoy coming. Convoy. Breaker 19. This here is Rubber Ducky. Well, let's see.
So yeah, this just lists, I mean, because there's so many perks with there being 5 different physical items, I just put a list, in case people were um, got a little lost scrolling down through the perks. So just kind of
Yeah,
summation of everything that's there. So
yeah, anything that can. Sometimes when there's a lot of like perks and add-ons and stuff, having something to help simplify it or make it easier to understand is always a good idea.
yeah, and like I said, with there being a lot of perks, what I want people to kind of understand going in is, you know, there any combination you might want, whether it's the novels in one comic or one book, so on and so forth. Any combination is available. So it's all there. But any bundle package obviously has the greatest discount and you get the most out of the shipping. So
Okay. I mentioned the lunchbox in the intro. Are you surprised? Don't you trust me? No, I've already forgot the intro. uh, the future issue number 1 of their planned multi-issue Vigilantes Creed comic series, book number 3 of my Vigilantes Creed novel series. Continuing to do my best to promote and connect other indie comic creators, artists, and indie novelists. So I'm curious, will the comic series be the exact same as the novel series in terms of like story beats and everything, or are you gonna have any kind of variation between them?
I think there'll be variation just because, translating prose into a comic, right? Not everything that worked in prose is going to work in art, right? So there may be adjustments, and it depends on who I team up with because I do want to team up with another, polished writer, to make sure that you know the comic is the best it can be. I mean, I know I can put something together, but I don't want to half-ass it, and I'm not an expert in writing comics. So I'd like to team up with somebody that can help take that story and fit it properly into a comic. So there may be variation. There may not be. Sorry about that. Dex.
Dog ain't having it.
He hears random sounds and freaks out. But
You don't need help writing that comic.
yeah.
Hey,
So yeah.
confidence, Turner. Come on.
But yeah, no, I think regardless, I think the comic will be. There's gonna be so many issues, and there's so much that I can do with it, and I still have more to write in regards to the series itself. That there's always going to be fresh content, so that's the goal.
Sure question, soul integrity confirmed. For shame, Chris. For shame. That I did no such thing. You calm yourself. You are just being dramatic. I'm gonna play the trailer.
Sounds good.
Nice and quick and easy there.
Yep.
Refresh it. Dial there. There we go. Yeah. So we've got October, right? Expected delivery date, right?
Yeah, the novels are 100% complete, and I already have stock of those. Corey's going to be finishing up the mini comic here probably within the next 2 weeks. He's just got some coloring left to do on a couple pages. So I'll be printing proofs before the end of the month. And the goal is by the time all the funds have transferred over from Indiegogo and Fund My Comic, I'll just be able to press that button, place one order, and the turnaround is usually a week and a half. And then I'm just going to fulfill within a single week. So I hope by the end of October, everybody has everything in their hands. That's the goal.
Okay.
So be a very, very quick turnaround, from start of campaign to fulfillment.
Quick turnarounds are always nice.
Yeah. And then I hope, once people do start digging into the content, hopefully, referrals will help it, thrive a little bit when it's in demand. So
Yeah, help get a little bit more attention on it. I
Yeah.
know we used to get. I know before. I don't know how it is in current crowdfunding. The current crowdfunding scene. I know before. When people would get their books in and they'd be in demand, you'd see a little bit of a boost in sales from people spreading about word of mouth, and then people talking about it on social media, things like that.
Yep.
And that would people would say like, oh, hey, they got their books, people are happy with them, so I'm going to go ahead and back it then, because everything's on the up and up.
Well, and the great thing too with in demand is, since I've already fulfilled, I'll literally be able to tell people like, hey, I already have stock. You place your order within 2 days, it's going to ship. Like there's no wait
Send
at
it
that
right out.
point. So that's, I'm hoping that'll help it once as new people see the campaign. So yeah.
Let's see. If wrenches ever get into CG wrestling, I'll challenge the hell out of Chris. Also for his Dragon Ball shirts. You leave my Dragon Ball shirts out of this. Let's see. I don't know about all that. Nicely made. He so likes the trailer. Nice, quick, and easy. That's what Mermaid said about Sugar. What?
Nice.
Pale Rider. Gosh. Ladies don't kiss and tell, Pale Rider. We got a backer, did we?
Yeah, I did. Actually, someone got the biggest package, no pun intended. So
Big package.
that was a really nice start to my Saturday. So thank you for
Sugar
that
rush.
person.
We got a sugar rush. What is the biggest package here? Let's scroll down and see.
Yeah, so scroll up a little bit above the art.
Painting.
Right there.
Yeah, Ultimate Justice.
Yeah, so that one you get all the books, all the mini comics. You get two 19 by 27 posters. You get two aluminum signs. You get the puzzle. You get the lunchbox. You get everything
Hey,
that's
going.
available.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Somebody really likes this book.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
awesome to
give me all the goodies.
see that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool that you found a way to make a lunchbox.
Yeah. No, I mean, being a 90s kid, I think something cool. And if they get that package, I can literally send the puzzle inside the lunchbox. And you know, people could give it to their kids if they want, or just display it. It's just something kind of unique.
Oh, yeah, that's a pretty neat little idea.
Yeah.
Let's see. And we've got, of course, the original art there, the painting.
Yep.
And, oh, that Joe Ball's tape been claimed.
It's still there.
It is a cool piece.
Oh yeah.
So then what's this complete total just? What's the difference here? Big price
So,
difference.
yeah, the only difference there is let's see, it's without the posters and without the aluminum signs.
Okay.
So you still get the lunchbox and the puzzle. Also for both of those, instead of 3 art prints and 2 bookmarks, you get 5 art prints and 3 bookmarks. So there's more of that stuff. So, and I'd have to double check, but one of them also includes that duology. So, I mean, you're literally getting everything, everything. So,
Yeah. Yeah. See,
yep,
they both have that duology there. Yeah.
yep.
Oh, and there's
Yeah.
sketch card one for folks who want some Joe Ball original art, but
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't dish out for the big piece. You still got
Yep.
that sketch card. The duology plus all mini comics.
Yep.
So it's got the 3 art prints, 2 bookmarks, mini comic. Oh, variant. Okay, the variant mini comic cover there. Yeah, art book.
Yep.
Art book. And so what's the art book then?
So that's just going to be every piece of art from the project in Virgin black and white.
Okay, that's this here. Okay.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Yeah, for the folks like myself that love the black and white art, give that option as well. So, and I can offer it cheaper because it's obviously cheaper to print in black and white. So,
I like both
Mhm.
black, white, and color. It just depends on. It just depends.
Yep.
Yeah, some artists I feel like are better with black and white,
Mhm.
and then sometimes I think some people are better in color.
Yeah, and that's why part of why I did it was, Corey's art is fantastic in black and white as well. So, I wanted to offer that up, and then I'm like, well, if I'm gonna do that, I need to have kind of the black and white maestro, which to me is Joe Ball. So when he offered to do a cover, I was like, yeah, do it. Just go nuts with it. I just wanted something from him on the campaign because him and Corey's art were like the two artists that when I came across their art, like I could just imagine my characters and their art style. And I ended up being right about that. Like they were the perfect fit for these characters. So
Let's see. What are we talking about now? Chris is sleeping again. No, I'm not. What are you talking about, Marinus? Have you even been watching the stream? I bet he's watching furry anime girls while talking to VA. What?
teddy bears.
Going back to the teddy bears. The only anime I've even been watching recently has been Yu Yu Hakusho because that's a classic. The
Closest I've watched to anime is Pokemon. That's all I need. It's the original Pokemon.
gotta catch them all.
That's right.
I liked the original Pokemon back in the
Oh,
day.
I know. Well, it's funny. Like they've had the first season on Netflix before, but I can't for the life of me remember how many seasons there were. I just remember as a kid, back in VHS days, I would record every single episode that was on TV in the morning so I could watch it after school. Like that show was just amazing as a kid. I'd rewatch them if I got to figure out how to get my hands on them. Just so good.
Oh, what's it on? Let me see here. So it was yeah, because I started on Tubi here because it's got a lot of free. It's a free site for like streaming and movies and shows and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got like the first season of Yu Yu Hakusho on there. And I was like, man, as I've gotten older, I've come to appreciate. I've always liked Yu Yu Hakusho.
Mm-hmm.
But as I got older, the more I appreciated it. Whereas with like Dragon Ball Z and stuff, the
Mm-hmm.
less I've appreciated, the less I like it.
So I see Cheesehead Lost on Bourbon Street had a question about the lunchbox package.
Oh,
So yeah, if you get the um, either of the two large packages, it comes with all versions of the mini comic. So the Corey Barton cover, the Skunk Artworks cover, and the black and white version as well. So it comes with all of the physical books and mini comics. So it's going to be a huge package. So
hello, by the way, Cheesehead. Always good seeing you in the chat. Um, the well, you can also get all this stuff as add-ons, right?
true. Yep. Yeah. I mean, any
So you
combination anyone would
if
like
you want to
is there.
customize your order a little better,
Yep. Yep.
that's always an option.
Yep. Yeah, if anyone wants extras of anything to give to other people, that's the one thing I like about Indiegogo is, I was able to set it up to where, let's say you want to buy a book or any of the products and you want to buy an extra copy or two for a friend or a family member. I was able to set it up to where I don't have to add additional charging on a lot of it, right? If I can fit it, in that mailer or that priority mailbox, I didn't add any shipping at all to those add-ons because I could link it appropriately to the products. So, that's not an option on some of the other sites. So, um, yeah, yeah, allows people to get add-ons, with minimal or no additional shipping cost, which I like. So,
We're saying hello to Cheesehead.
mm.
Syl says, Turner, have you thought about putting a preview page online, or is there another way to get an idea what the writing is like?
Yeah, so I actually plan on doing that tonight. You know, I'm trying not to put too much stuff on the Indiegogo page. I may remove a couple pages on here, but I'm gonna try to add at least 3 pages of prose, probably from a really great chapter in the book, on the two campaign sites and then also on Twitter. Just got to figure out if it's better to maybe do a Google Drive link or something because adding a bunch of pages might be a little overwhelming. But yeah, I do plan on doing that today. So hopefully by tonight, everyone would be able to access at least 3 pages or maybe a whole chapter from one of the novels. So yeah, I plan on doing that. And it's funny, you and one other person had asked about that, which is great because most people haven't even like mentioned that. They just are kind of focused on the storyline or the cover art. But it's good to see that people want to get samples of the writing. But with this being my first Indiegogo, everyone seems to kind of focus on kind of this type of content. But yeah, I'm gonna add that pros to it, and maybe that'll help as well, pull some people in here in the last 2.5 weeks or so.
Yeah, that is a good idea, Soul.
Mm.
Give
Yeah, thank
people
you.
an idea on how the writing is. That's a smart
Hmm.
idea.
Yep.
Yeah, you've got a lot of options here.
Yep.
The dual, how do you say it? What a duology. Yeah.
Yep.
But if you want all the physical stuff, you got like a featured tier here.
Yep. So for people that are just looking for books, right? No kind of posters and lunch boxes, this is your best deal here. You get both book one and two of the novels, both colored variants for the mini comic, the black and white art book, plus three free art prints and two free oversized bookmarks for just $50. So less than basically, $10 per physical item, which for novels is really cheap.
That's a pretty
Yeah.
inexpensive option there. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And then you get the most out of shipping because I can put them all together and ship them all out. So yeah.
Oh, Cheesehead says Christmas shopping. The big packages I can split between my
Hmm.
kids, and they all get something they're interested in: puzzle,
Hmm.
lunchbox, black and white, comic, but still has something they can connect. Hey,
Yeah.
that's actually a pretty good idea, Cheesehead.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I need to start marketing for Halloween and Christmas. It feels early, but I mean,
Okay.
that's a good point. If you've got, kids or, nieces, nephews that, like to read and this type of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it would definitely allow you to split it up and give multiple presents to folks. And yeah, and again, that's where you get the steepest discount. Because I really want to encourage people to experience everything, especially the novels and the mini comics. So, um, I want people to be fully engulfed in the universe I've created. So
Well, I'm sure they will, considering how much time you've put into it.
yeah, yeah, definitely a lot of time. Especially with I mean, writing takes thousands of hours, but I'll tell you what, the hardest part was Photoshop. Like I did all of my own thumbnails, all of these JPEGs, the mock-ups for everything. Like, my gosh, is that a difficult application? And
Oh yeah, that was a real pain, was
ooh,
it?
oh yeah, yeah.
So,
So, but I that's just how I am with something. I go all out and I want to make the most out of it. So,
so I think the project is on a good way to get fulfilled. It's a flexible goal, but should get there.
yep. So even if it doesn't fund, everybody will get their product right away. That's what's most important to me is just getting my story out in front of folks. So,
Yeah, we need to get this baby at least to 4K. Gotta get at least there.
yep.
Yeah, we need to make it to where Mr. Turner doesn't go broke getting this thing out to people.
That'd be a bonus.
Let's
uh,
see. Turner just low key told Chris he's a shit interviewer and he'd rather have stolen.
no, no, no.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be the first guy to give me trouble.
All
Uh,
about that feedback from folks, for sure.
give Chris a break. Uh, oh, we got Mr. Brink.
Oh,
Hello,
hey,
hello.
man. Was just on his show last weekend, I believe it was. So, thanks again, man.
Man, maybe it's all these shows I've seen you on. Maybe that's why I think I've had you on. Like, it's all the shows I've watched of you. It's all just blurring together in my head.
Probably.
I just need a break. Just losing my mind. Yeah, so you got a digital option, don't you? Here somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. I always forget to mention that because I love physical copies so much. But for the folks that, maybe they're on the fence, they want the artwork, the mini comic, they want to save some money. You can get both novels in digital form for just $25 in total, and then you could pick up the mini comic, for just $12 to have the full experience. You can read it from, your favorite device. And if you want the digital version of the mini comic, everything in digital, that's just $35. So you get everything for 35. So that option is definitely there. So
Yeah, digital has become more and more attractive to me as
Mhm.
I'm poor.
Well, and the other thing too is for the international folks, I'll be working with Critical Blast for the international shipping. That's why, I tried to limit the cost as much as possible because it's brutal. It's brutal domestically.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. So, if people are intrigued by the story, but they're limited on costs, like for sure, pick up the digital. And, if you absolutely love it and you want to have a copy to put on your shelf, it'll be available. I'll be in demand. I'm going to keep these available one way or another. So it's not going anywhere. Again, most important to me is just people reading the story and seeing how it impacts them. So yeah, that option is definitely there. So, and that will, I'll be able to deliver those like immediately, right? So
Hmm.
people get those right at the start of October, so that's a little bit of a bonus as well.
Let's see. Everybody's talking. Sign up for Perfect 10 issue 4. Yeah, do
Definitely.
that. Yeah. Well, well, well. Look who's in the chat, but not in the stream. Mr. Sim. He says, "Hello,
What's up,
everyone.
Sam?
I'll be home in a few. Tisk, 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 as Pale Rider would say." Let's see. Sim finally woke up from passing out in the champagne room. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Everybody's saying hello to Sim. Mr. Brink, have you considered an what's that acrylic standee as perfect 10 number 4 stretch goal yet? Oh, that's a good idea. Nice standee.
Yeah.
Those are always fun little things. Something you can just kind of set up somewhere like that. That's nice.
Hmm.
All right. So your future was, let me remember, you're going to actually make a full on comic, I remember you saying, and continue in the novel.
That's the goal. Yeah, I'd like to for my next full and new crowdfunding campaign, I'd like to have issue 1 of the comic, and I plan on it being at least like a 30-page floppy, and then book 3, which is planned on being a indirect spin-off of the duology. So there's a character that gets introduced at the end of book 2 that I plan on doing a spin-off that will kind of set up a broader scope and universe, to where later down the line I can combine kind of all the characters and bring things together more. So, but books 1 and 2 does close out the main story for the Gargoyle and team of vigilantes, but it leaves it open, obviously, for more adventures down the line.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how far do you plan on going with this? How many books?
I mean, I don't really see an end in sight.
As
I'm
many as
kind of
people
the
want?
yeah, yeah. I mean, I absolutely love this story. I mean, it in a way kind of saved my life. I was in a really dark time in my life when I started writing these. It's what kept me going, and I've always been the type that I focus in on one thing, whether it was one sport as a kid, or as an adult, and now writing. I just don't have that itch to jump to other genres or stories or do novellas or things like that. And I definitely don't want to reboot any existing IPs or anything like that. I just really really want to go deep on this story and its characters. So I could see myself doing this for the next couple decades. Even if the demand isn't there, I love it so much. I'll just keep writing. It's therapeutic. So
Okay.
yeah.
Let me see what we say. Certainly something clear. We're bringing enough. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Soul definitely loves his perfect 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, so of course I'm hoping for a lot of success from him as well. Anyway, yeah.
Mm.
Uh, Now, Mr. Turner, what else did I ask you? Are you planning on going to other like physical promoting, like going to cons or things like that?
I've done one local con recently. I'm kind of still, I'm in Nevada. I'm in Reno. It's really a horrible spot for conventions.
Hmm.
I miss living in the Midwest because, you could drive 5 hours and be in so many major cities and hit a con every weekend if you wanted, right? Here, there's a couple in California that you can do, Northern California, and then if you want to do a really big drive to Vegas, but there's just not many cons in my area. My goal is, I'll probably do a couple cons in California next year and do the larger one in Vegas. I think it's in the spring. So by then I'll have the mini comic right in hand, so that'll make it much easier. But the couple cons I've done, it's went really well. Just
And
novels, which is surprising.
there
I
was
think,
a fella I was talking to there who was new. I hadn't really got to talk to him before there at the last Steel City.
mm,
He was doing novels. He had quite a few of them under his belt.
mhm,
They were post-apocalyptic with dragons and stuff.
nice.
And he had told me about he sold a ton of them at this one convention,
Mm,
like in the hundreds
wow.
and everything. And I was like, wow. So he did really good. And
Hmm.
he said that he over there at Steel City he had already sold. He was almost sold out of a couple different the books he brought with him and stuff. So he must have been doing
Hmm.
pretty good.
Yeah, and I haven't tried a large one yet, that's multiple days, so that's what I'm kind of excited to do. And with the mini comic, I think that's gonna really help things. But yeah, I think when people can actually see the book and the quality in hand, even the people that are hesitant to read novels, once you tell them like, hey, it's a Lovecraft style story, and they get to witness the art up front, I think that really, really helps. And that's where it's hard with the crowdfunding thing is a lot of people in the novel space, they don't even know crowdfunding exists. It's
Yeah,
primarily indie comics. So you've got to kind of wean them off of Amazon, like, hey, there's another website and it's basically a store, but I know for people they get to Indiegogo and they're just kind of confused. So I'm marketing to comic readers. So if I can fund just with comic readers, if I can find a way to penetrate kind of the novel space, that's where it'll really determine like what's the real demand for it. Um, but being able to get now comic readers is a huge success in itself, from a novel standpoint. So um, if I get to the point where I can do audiobooks, that'll really open the gates, I think, because a lot of people, it's a time thing, time to sit down with a physical book. You give them that option to where they can just listen at work, and in the car. I'm really excited to see how that kind of changes the landscape for me. So,
like I know. Well, hopefully, if you go to those cons, that'll hopefully help you build a audience base that way, and
yep.
of novel readers and such.
Hmm.
It does seem like those cons do help draw an audience
Right. Hmm.
with based on the some of the people I've talked to that sell novels at the cons,
Yep.
like
Yep.
Willowshire. He sells novels.
Hmm.
That fella I just met does, and a few others, and they're always like Willowshire always shows up. Usually, you except for here recently, he was always showing up at Steel City and some of
Hmm.
these others, and was always getting consistent sales
Yep. Yep.
and stuff. So there does seem to be an audience for it. That's
Hmm.
for sure.
Yeah, and there are huge, like I think Dragon Con is going on right now, and that's like a huge kind of science fiction convention that's not just comics. It's got a lot of novel writers. So then there's also obviously the massive, San Diego Comic Con. So, I might try to do, especially if I have the audiobooks done, or maybe if it's at the same time as a crowdfunding campaign for the audiobooks, I'd like to hit one of those massive ones up as a test and to where I can be like, hey, here's physical books, here's a mini comic, and then if you hit this link, you can get the audiobook if you want, so that I think would be the true test of people's reception to the art and the type
I
of
do think
story.
having that mini comic, especially like when you're doing those cons, is having that mini comic might help out a lot for
Yeah,
like maybe non-novel readers, and they pass by your table. They're like, "Oh, what's this?" And you kind of give the pitch, and they can
yep.
look at that mini comic and go, "Oh, this is what it's about," and see the visuals. It
Yeah.
could be kind of like a sample thing that they can flip through to
Hmm.
get enticed into the novel.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big difference maker in person. I really think that that will help. I think right now, since it's a new concept, it's got a lot of people kind of on the line, or on the fence because, again, they're not able to hold it in their hand yet. They may not fully understand the intent of the mini comic. So I think it's not getting in front of many novel readers just because Twitter doesn't have a lot of novel readers and Facebook, all the groups, they don't let you self promote. So like you're basically blocked from getting to those readers. I think once they see it, it'll be really good on that side. And then I think on the comic side, I think folks at first they're kind of jumping the gun where they're like, "Oh, well, it's not the story's not in the mini comic," and then they kind of just walk away. It's just trying to get them to understand like, "Hey, you're getting the same art, the same type of panels and everything, but you're getting a lot more story if you read the novel alongside of it."
Yeah,
Like and the other thing too is the one downside of a comic is you can knock it out in a day, right? And then you're waiting a year, maybe 6 months for the next issue. With this, you could read these books over a course of weeks. Like you get constant content, and then, within a year, you might have several more weeks of content. So,
mhm.
you know, for people that are kind of waiting for more books or something to read, like I almost want this to be a filler for folks, right? Like when they're waiting in between for these awesome indie books that everyone's creating, pick up my novel, right? It'll give you something with a really in-depth story, and then put it down when you get, one of these awesome comics, and then you're like, oh, I want more content. Oh yeah, there's a novel with a ton of content.
I could
So
read a couple more chapters of Turner's book.
exactly, I'd like to be that like I said, that one-stop shop in CG or indie comics where you get the art, but you get also just this in-depth story that, you know, maybe I can be that one novel writer that they enjoy reading because it's different.
Let's see. We got what's everybody saying here? Steel City. We got Mr. Brinks. Soul saying to Brink, I don't think you have the capacity of putting down one, two, three. My first thought has always been more, and I don't think that's going to change. Oh yeah. Soul is insatiable for perfect him. He says to Marinus, shh, I'm trying to establish Halloween, baby. Let's see. Marketed to comic fans, but a novel. For comic fans, but a novel.
Yep, yep.
Which is tricky.
Uh,
Uh, Dragon Con, not Drag Con, Pale Rider. Yes, yes, big distinction.
who knows? It might sell well at DragCon. I haven't considered that. I mean, the gargoyle is human, and then he transforms into something else. It's kind of in step.
Maybe he's a yeah. What do you call it? Like a allegory or something for that whole deal.
Yep.
Let's see. Let me scroll up here. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on this. There we go.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not the one that dresses in drag here, so oh my gosh. Yeah, I was there last night. Was it last night? I think I was listening like I do to streams while I was working, and I think I was on. I think I was listening to Comics Mate Dean's
Oh yeah.
stream. It was him and Allie and Wolvo and stuff,
Hmm.
and like I go in, and of course immediately Mo starts giving me hell about Mermaid. because she was in the chat too. And Mermaid's like, "Oh, hey, there's my internet boyfriend or something like that." I was like, "Oh my god, no, don't encourage them, Mermaid." And oh gosh, I said something, and then next thing you know, Dean starts saying about how, "Oh, well, you wear dresses," and I was like, "What?" I was like, "It was one time. I did it one time. I could kept my promise, and it was for charity. Damn it." And then later on, I said something, and Allie read it off, and then she's like, "Says the cross dresser." I was like,
Oh boy.
"Oh, come on." I was like, "Damn, can't catch a break with nobody." Let's see. Genuine Mr. Break wants to know, how's your dog doing, Brent? She leave you alone when you stream?
Not today. The wife had to let him outside for a bit, so
Alright. Speaking of drag queen, Sugar, you still owe us a song. Do I? Do I really? Oh, I don't want to subject Mr. Turner to that. It's his first time here. Oh man, I'm struggling.
yeah, I
I'm
feel you.
struggling today, Mr. Turner.
I'm with you there.
Can't hardly keep my eyes open. I go to bed. Oh yeah. While I was sitting here talking with you, I was looking to see if Tubi had Pokemon.
Oh
You had
yeah.
me curious. I know they had one of the Digimon and they had Monster Rancher. But I
I'm
don't know if they have.
probably just gonna have to buy it one of these days. I don't know.
I have a couple of the VHS tapes.
I'm sure I have some at my mom's somewhere. All the ones I recorded. Uh,
uh, I used to. I think they used to have it on. Oh yeah, that's right. They have Shaman King. I need to watch that too. They used to have. They used to
oh,
have it. I think on Netflix.
the black and white maestro's in the chat himself, Joe Ball. What's up, dude?
Hey, it's Justin Joe Ball. How
Yeah.
you doing, sir?
Oh, the other thing I should mention, obviously everyone needs to go back Death, 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 and Swarm, but if anyone that has not backed my campaign or Swarm or Death, Death, Death yet, if they back my campaign and one of those two starting like 2 days ago, if they back them both, just shoot me a message and I will add a free black and white comic and Joe Ball print to your order for free because I want people
Oh,
to back Shane and Joe's
that's
comics because
that's pretty fun. A nice collaboration sort of thing.
they're severely underfunded in my opinion. So we got to get Death to six figures and Shane should already be funded. We got to get him there. So I want to help if I can.
Yeah, good man, good man. Let's see. What? What? She already said hello earlier. Oh, the dog.
Oh, the
Yes.
dog, yeah.
You just keep telling yourself it was for it was for charity. Oh my gosh. I bought that red dress run ticket. Oh, or rewatched the crossdress stream and still think on it. Don't put that link. Every guest needs to go through it, Chris. Yeah, but I don't need to go through it. Man. Had a proper sign on the dress that says for charity. I swear, people reacted to it. Yeah, it was. He cheapened the red dress with a charity. It's not cheapened. It was the truth. Oh, come on. No pleasing these people, Turner.
I know.
You do what they want, and then you gotta hear about it. Oh no, it wasn't good enough. It wasn't the way we wanted. Oh, let's see. Oh gosh, turn that down. I don't know this dang song. Yeah, I don't. I've watched Little Mermaid like one time. Oh Lord, I don't want to sing a song. I'm sleepy, sleepy and grumpy. Let's see. Instead of singing, you can play this short. What is that? Lord, let me see what he's got here. Oh my, this is probably something degenerate. Oh, it is something degenerate. It's Pale Riders. Oh Lord, let's see what he's done this time. Every time I regret every time I do this, something that has to do with his stuff. All right, let's see what we're dealing with. Is it playing? I think
What's in the box? Box.
Yeah.
Can I subscribe to your OnlyFans?
Of course.
You guys are so cute.
I have this. Are you okay?
I have what?
Oh boy.
No!
no.
You tell me. That's
No.
not true. That's not true.
Yeah, you can see.
He didn't know.
He didn't know.
Oh, God!
Oh God!
God!
Oh,
Oh!
For the honor of love. Our hearts will soar one to the other. The joy it brings will never cease.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. You're beautiful.
Wow. Wow, Pale Rider. I'm never showing that again. Never show that again. But it was nice of that person to say, you know, let him know that they have a dick.
Yeah.
To give a heads up. That was consideration. Oh, and there's Sam. Late to the party.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going?
Not too bad.
I don't know, dude. There's times I get up for a stream, there's no stream because you're not getting up, and then I understand why you're lashing out on me when I'm almost missing one. Good morning, chat.
You're leaving me hanging.
Look at the guy talking. Like Monday, like I said, I go, don't we have a stream today? He answers me the next day. Yeah, we did. So what's up, Soul? What's up, Mr. Good Stuff, Bell Rider, Mrs. Good Stuff?
What's up, guys?
So Iron,
Hey,
Cheesehead, Last of Bourbon Street, Bell Rider, Joe Ball's in the chat, Genuine Comics. What's up, everybody? Sorry, had some things to do this morning.
Yeah. Yes. Always thanking Soul. Oh, yeah, we should always thank Soul for putting those links in, and for being Mr. Sheriff. He does good work. Let's see. No, Chris. That's the I have a dick one. I wish I had seen that before I played it, Soul. If only I had known. Let's see. Oh, Mrs. Good Stuff. Hey. I love streaming with people whose voice goes up when they're excited. Oh, Mrs. Good Stuff says, I'll admit I was stopping by to see if maybe, just maybe, the pigtails collar. No! Gosh dang it.
Oh, you did look cute with them, I have to admit.
We're not turning that into a habit.
Like when I showed that to Dave and the girls, you in a red dress, they all said the same thing. Oh, the pigtail was a nice touch. He's cute. Maybe you should make it your own, like, you know, your own style. You don't have to wear the dress with it, just saying.
Maybe no.
Maybe no, so that's maybe yes. So there you go. Mrs. Good Stuff. What if that mermaid chick comes in and says, like, I'm totally into that? What would you do?
I would still not do it.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
You redhead, green eyes, you still gonna say no?
Watch me. Oh, no.
Don't be so disturbed.
I tried to tell him good stuff. Oh, come on now. I want to see Leia hair buns. How would you even? I don't even know how to do those.
You should do like Spaceballs. Buy yourself
Yeah.
a headset and put the cups on it, the
There you
buns
go.
on it. That would be hilarious.
Oh, Spaceballs was so good.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't look Jewish.
Such a good movie.
No, I love it.
Uh,
Still waiting for that goddamn sequel.
I know they should have done one.
But they
They
did
should've
one.
done-
They did one in a way. But almost nobody knows it. It's not super great. But there was a cartoon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wish they would have done one to Star Trek though. That's what they should have done. Like that would have been funny as hell.
True.
Sugar, when will
That
you?
said,
guys-
I won number 2. God damn it.
Yeah.
Bullshit, Pale Rider. Discuss the ground rules when you're moving together, Sim. That's what Phil says.
We won't be moving together. We'll be moving next to him if that happens. And then that will be me waking him up in the morning.
Mrs. Good Stuff says, okay, some Viking braids, still manly yet a mild classy touch.
See?
What Viking braids? What are you talking about now?
What Vikings at them? Just braid them.
I don't think I can pull off Viking braids. You gotta be like pretty manly.
I think that's the only thing you can pull off from a Viking.
I'd have to be pretty big. I'd have to have some muscle and stuff.
Yeah, but there's no muscle in your hair. That's what I'm saying. You're not muscly enough. The only thing you can pull off from a Viking is the hair.
You gotta have muscle and stuff to make up for the braids.
I don't know. I have Viking in my blood, and that makes me a Viking. I don't have to be fucking like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
True.
I stand my ground. Come at thee.
I just got Welsh in my blood. Tomato, same house next door, doesn't matter. Well, he told you. Let's see. Right.
I know there's a competition. Beacon showed me a place near his house in Indiana, and it's technically the Knights of the Round Table corner. King Arthur stuff. You have like Camelot. I'm like, I'm moving there, and I'm calling this area Camelot. Like Lancelot fucking Street and so on. I'm like, this is totally where I should live.
There you go.
That's where I'm moving. I think I'm moving.
Skinny fat Viking. Yeah.
Twin Viking? Yeah, probably.
Me and Marinus will fit right in. Oh man.
So how's your book going?
Not too bad. It's going. Got not yet. Between FMC and Indiegogo, still have about $1,500 to go, and I think about 18 days left or 17 days. So getting close to being to the end.
Sweet. Let me go check. I'm discussing. Oh, dude, YouTube is slacking.
What?
There you go. Now it's updated. The round table didn't have dwarves though, just so you can make an informed decision. Guy, if you go back then, my height was the tallest motherfuckers. We were giants, so suck on these, motherfucker. Okay. As you can see, I'm in a good mood.
Hey, that's good, especially for a Saturday morning.
I know. Usually I still want to be in bed. But those
Yeah.
are Sundays for me. I'm old school.
you go.
Sundays kind of like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'll just let Sim take over then. I'm gonna go back to bed.
I just got here.
Yeah, well, I've been here.
Okay, so yeah, 68%. Okay, so you're on Indiegogo and Fund My Comics.
Yep.
Where's the link? Okay, you only have the link for Indiegogo in the chat. Okay. Sure, Soul's been sharing both. I was talking about your height. I'm around there as well. More your fascination with the little people videos. I don't have a fascination for little people videos. I just think that little people fighting is fucking hilarious. It's like those little toys we used to have as kid. You know, like it's like a rubber arm type of thing, and you just flip them like those little like drummer, like little drums, and they fight. That's what they look like. It's funny. I've watched it twice and laughed my ass off. I do love dwarves and fantasy though, because fuck you, they're awesome. They're like the Vikings everywhere. That's technically what they are. Like in fantasy, like the dwarves are the Vikings.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, especially Lord of the Rings.
And he goes, Chris was up all night on Google Earth trying to find Mermaid House. Confirm.
Up all night working.
I don't know. To be quite honest, I think he just needs to stop being such a little, like, I'm not going to say it, but P and just accepts the advance and go, tell me where you are. And I'm pretty sure she'll send him their address.
She's just joking. Oh my gosh.
You should probably be around Texas right now. Just kidding.
No. Besides, you don't see her in the chat today, do you? See? That's all
He goes,
good.
so it's like, Sam, I just paid half attention. Did you say something about a second link? Is this project on Kickstarter too? No, it's on Fund My Comics as well. It's on Indiegogo and Fund My Comics.
Yep.
B.A. Turner just rejected Kickstarter. He said, no, I don't like those people.
I don't see Mermaid.
They
I don't see Mermaid in the chat. I think you broke her heart by not answering
That's
her
what I said. She
advances.
got in the chat today. See? So y'all can hush up.
You weren't nice enough. You turned her down.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop it now.
And then when I was over there on Dean's channel, they were all
Chris calls talking working.
they were all making comments about me and Mermaid, and she was picking at me about it, and they were all making jokes about me wearing a dress. So Mermaid asked me how my head was doing, and I answered back, said that the knot went away, but you can still feel the mark and stuff. And then I made a comment of something like, well, you can be my nurse. You can be my nurse anytime, Mermaid, or something like that. And then I think she went, oh, what the fuck? She's like, well, that's what I get for Karen or something like that. I was like, and then, of course, Dean read it, and he's like, oh, Chris, come on now. Come on now, Chris. I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody's been picking at me or making jokes like this, and then I make it, and everybody looks at me like I'm crazy.
But no, you went from 1 to 100 in like 1 second. Like, work your way there.
Come on. I never catch a break.
You start by going, yeah, I could probably use some nursing. Then you wait for her to say something. Then you hit the booyah. It's like a joke, dude. You need a setup. Then you reel them in. And then when they don't expect it, you give some loose. And they go, what the fuck? Where's the punchline? Then you punch.
I'm not trying to reel anybody in.
It's like you never fished in your life. You get
I
it?
have fished.
I know. You've been catfished. That was a joke.
I'll there we go. To fund my comic link.
Thank you.
Originally screen.
And never forget, if you're interested in a girl, make sure that when you meet her and she wants a hug her well. Tells a lot.
Well, it's a good thing. I'm not trying to be.
Okay, don't break her ribs. I mean, just give her a nice hug. You know, like. You know.
Yes,
Don't go like from 1 to 100 and go like, I'll give you a hug and go.
He's nice to be around. He's nice in the eyes, also fun to be around. I'm sure she'll come back and be asked like a gentleman. Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
Sam, no, we're not punching ladies on this stream. I have to put my foot down. Just who harpies? What? Harpies. Okay.
dude. I'm sorry. There's a difference between a punchline and a punch. You German extremist.
I got a question.
9-9. 1 too far. We're having a bit of fun. And then it went too hard.
I got a question, Turner.
What?
What's up?
I said Turner, not Sam.
Whoa.
Gosh. So you got gargoyles here with Vijay's Creed. Are we going to see any other kind of mythological style creatures? Since Soul said harpies, that made me think of that.
Potentially, I'm thinking not in the first two novels, but in the Indurok spinoff, I probably will have possibly some more mythological creatures or metahumans potentially as well. So I will probably go a little bit more crazy on the supernatural side of things. But the first two novels, I wanted to solely focus on this one gargoyle and his backstory and lore.
Okay. Let's see. Let me see what he's saying. Sam, your German just sounded more like Japanese.
Well, I think it did the job. Everybody got my point.
Sure, Sam. Whatever you
say. I send you to Jesus.
say.
I'm not good with accents.
Yeah, I noticed.
I don't practice.
Not sure what that was supposed to be, like a weird old Chinese man.
Yep.
It would be funny to hear a German person speak Japanese and how that accent would.
That would be
play out.
hilarious.
Yeah.
You sounded like that. What was it? The old Chinese guy that sold the monkey's paw to Homer Simpson.
I don't know. I tried to imitate Uncle Roger. It didn't come in at all. Like it's one of those. It's like sometimes I don't even try and I'll get it, but you know, I don't practice this shit. Like, dude, I can do voices, but I haven't practiced Chinese or Russian because respectful.
Emotional damage.
See, you got it. You did not.
Okay.
Educate yourself, fool.
Sure, whatever you do. I didn't get it because it wasn't very good.
I sent you, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, I don't watch that guy. I've just seen that like little meme gif. Emotional damage. That's it.
Is him confusing Uncle Roger with Stephen He? I don't even know who Stephen He is. Is that your old gym buddy?
Don't know who Stephen he is.
Wait, it doesn't. Yeah, obviously, it's not a she. It's a he.
a Steve. I know a Stephen. I think Stephen Ho. I don't know
Hmm.
Stephen He. Excuse me.
That's kind of racist, but they'd both enjoy that.
All right. So how long we been going on here?
An hour and 36 minutes and 59 seconds.
Well, Sam, since you were late to the party, is there anything you need to ask Mr. Turner?
Yeah, how was Chris? Did Chris take care of you properly during this interview? You're not too traumatized?
Oh, it's been great.
Were you properly fluffed?
Yeah, were you properly fluff and puffed? were you rightfully treated with the Southern charm?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so you went hillbilly, not redneck. Good. I'm proud of you, Chris.
Sam, Stephen, he is the emotional damage guy. Uncle Roger says Fuyo and Haya.
Really? I thought it was Uncle Roger that did the emotional damage. I'm gonna need to check on it. So I am mixing them up.
I don't know who any of these people are.
But I know they would both enjoy it anyway, so.
Okay.
We almost bought some of that G Fuel the other day. Was it G Fuel or Gamer Sub? Or whatever. It was an emotional damage brand. It was like, that sounds funny.
Sounds like a waste of money.
Shut up. I don't know. I'm enjoying mine. I bought the. Actually, everybody bought a type. Like we have like three different brands of fucking G Fuel, but everybody's drinking mine. I bought the Timberland melon. It's only honeydew. It's the flavor of a honeydew drink or honeydew candy they have in Japan. And it has Gundam on the goddamn thing, and I'm like, oh yeah, Gundam you. It's pretty good.
Nice.
I stopped drinking coffee. One G once in a while, it's pretty cool.
Oh, I couldn't stop drinking coffee.
It's not easy. I like it once in a while, but the thing is, it doesn't like me.
Oregon?
Hmm.
Play the clip one more time. No. So there's number 2. Sim can go find it if he wants to watch it. I ain't
No,
playing
play that clip.
No.
Play that funky clip now.
I already played it once. He got what he
Mm.
wanted. Against my wishes. If I'd have known what it was, wouldn't have played it. So he got
Did he trouble you with all that sass during the stream, or it's just because when I got here it got kicked in?
No sass to me. Pure
God,
gentleman.
Yes, why would I sass him?
I don't know. You get riled up sometimes. What is it? I don't think those gamer drinks are very healthy, probably filled with chemicals. Also make your heart rate go up like 10 times more. Yeah, dude, but I just buy it and I like the taste of it and I put it in there. So it's a little caffeine. I don't do the full mix thing.
I do miss Tim Hortons donuts though. That's one thing.
It's their coffee I love.
Yeah, I miss. That's one thing I miss about the Midwest.
There's something like the roasted taste of their coffee is like nobody can. Yeah, it's just fucking good. Now I'm probably gonna have to go. Fuck you, man. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go buy coffee. I'm like, God damn it.
Oh, jealous.
I'm gonna go there. It's because of B.A. Turner. It's your fault. Probably take a picture there and go wish you were here.
I do too. I haven't had Tim Hortons in years. We don't have that on the West Coast.
I know.
Oh,
It's closer to the border, I guess.
yeah, man. They might up in Washington, maybe. I don't know, but I don't remember seeing it up there either.
I'm surprised that Tim Horton didn't take over the U.S. yet.
It was big in Michigan. I had a lot of that in Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, when I was a kid, my neighbor used to work at Tim Hortons and every day would bring home the day old donuts, so it was just like nonstop free donuts. It was fantastic.
What's that? I need your around the old age. Remember that? Around the old age? What the fuck is that?
He's just saying we need you to live to old age.
Oh,
Mm.
okay, fine. I am taking care of myself, trying.
Oh. What else? What's been new today? I seen last night. Was it last night that Starfield, the new Bethesda game, has came out.
Mm-hmm.
At least it's hit early access.
Yeah.
So it's, Shook Earth Media was playing it on a live stream, and I don't know how I feel on that.
Yeah, I haven't played. I haven't had time to play video games in a long time, but I just played Destiny. So if I ever played again, I'd get sucked back into that. So love that game.
I could,
Yeah, they tried to get me to play Destiny 2 not too long ago. The kids, I'm like, I don't know.
Well, I'm a completionist, and they just, Destiny 1 was just phenomenal, and
Yeah, but the video game industry doesn't treat you guys well. The perfectionists, the completionists, you guys are fucked. They keep adding shit.
yeah,
It's like
Dest-
they're like preying on your OCT.
oh yeah, like Destiny 1, you could complete everything before they got to Destiny 2, but Destiny 2, it's like every freaking like month there's another expansion or something. And it's like just let me finish this previous like all these other tasks, and you could just never catch up. It's like,
You thought you
man,
finished that game 3 years ago, yeah.
yeah.
Ha!
Unless
Jokes
you're a
on you.
teenager, you just don't have time to keep up, and that drives me nuts. I'm like, I got to get every task complete. And once they pile up, you're just like, you feel like you're in this black hole.
Okay. I need to address this because Soul compared fucking
she said
Tim Horton to Starbucks, but for French Canadian. No, it's not Starbucks. It's like more like Dunkin' Donut, but actually
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it is more like Dunkin' Donuts, and I
But
love
actually
Dunkin'
good.
Donuts.
Like actually like and it beats Starbucks. Like I'm sorry. Like the coffee is pretty goddamn good. The sandwiches are solid. Donuts are
Yeah.
pretty good too. They're
Yeah, the
better than
donuts are
Dunkin'
great.
Donuts.
Well, and the iced coffee, I mean, that's
The ice cap,
like,
yes, they're
yeah,
freaking dope.
that's unlike anybody else. Yeah, I
Mhm.
miss those.
Do they have a Bucky's over where you're at, Turner?
Buc-ee's, no. We only have Starbucks, like one Dunkin' Donuts, and then Human Bean, which I'm not a big fan of, is big here, and then Dutch Brothers. That's it, pretty much.
I'm trying to think if I've been to a Bucky's. I can't remember if I have or not. If I have, it's been quite a while. I seen a little graphic online of Bucky's, and it was showing their like pay rates for like some of their stuff,
Mhm.
for some of their positions and stuff. I was like, damn, they pay pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like for like a department lead or something like that, or department manager, it was like $20-something an hour.
Mm.
I was like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not
So
bad.
you're starting-
I thought
you're
about it.
thinking
I was like, well, they're probably located in like wealthier areas and stuff too. So that's probably why they pay so much.
Yeah, there's probably not one near you.
No.
What is the bookies?
Especially not with that wage right here. That's too much. They wouldn't be able to freaking function here with that kind of cost.
So saying, of course, I was typing that for the reaction. You know me, Dunkin' Putin.
Dunkin'
Yeah,
Poutine.
Dunkin' Donuts sucks. It was good before.
She says
What's Bucci? Is the Walmart of all gas station. What's Bucci's? Buccee.
it's Bucky's.
Oh, is that the one with the
That's-
squirrel on it?
Yes, the one with the
That's how they write Bucky's, or he's just not writing it right.
I don't know how they spell it.
That sounds more like it should say Bucci's instead of Bucky's. Bucky's would be Buckies. Am I right?
Says
I can't
Buc-ee's-
remember.
Yeah, I don't remember how they spell it. Bucky's is the Walmart of all gas stations, mostly. What's it say? Mostly I-10, some 110, some 120. Huh. Walmart of all gas stations. What are you doing, Sim? Sim got a call. We'll have to ask him that when he comes back. Bucky's has great coffee, muffins, and pulled pork. Yeah, I've been to. Like when we go down to Steel City, we'll swing by we swing by like one of the truck stops, and it's pretty cool. Like some of those truck stops are pretty nice. Like they have like a place where you can go in and set and watch they got like a big TV thing there you can watch. They've got showers for the truckers and all that stuff. And yeah, I was like, man, they got kind of set up pretty nice. And
Yeah,
they had like 3 different like restaurants connected to the truck stop. I'm like, dang.
Yeah, it's funny, like at least in the Midwest, like when I was in Michigan and Minnesota, like there really weren't many. Well, Michigan, there just weren't like really nice gas stations. I don't know. They don't have that. Minnesota though, they had I can't remember the name of it, but they had a fantastic gas station there that was everywhere. And they had like pre-made meals. I mean, everything. It was fantastic. And the West Coast too. There's some like really nice gas station chains where like you can get almost anything. So it's like night and day when it comes between some of them.
All right.
And yeah, you're right. That was my phone.
Yeah.
I have a very epic metal ring.
I know what's going on. All right. Yeah. Bucky's. I don't know. I've never actually been to one. I don't think so. All right. We need to start wrapping this baby up. A man with a plan. He's busy, always hustling. Got things to do.
Fortunately, yeah.
You know, he's got books to sell and women to woo.
So what's that figurine on the back left there? Back.
And of course,
my
Sam
left.
completely ignores me. He tries to keep the conversation going.
No, I just try to bring something in, and I'm curious. Ignoring you, yes.
What was that, Sim?
So what's that figurine right there, top left on
Ah.
my left? Behind you, you're right.
Yep, that's a big Deathstroke figure.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I got a ton of Deathstroke figures on the second shelf there. You can't really see it because of the lighting. Let me see if I can change that. Yeah,
Mm.
that second shelf, there's like a custom.
You fancy ass.
I have a custom Deathstroke mask there. So
Mhm.
yeah, I love Deathstroke. And then right below that little red fabric there was a handmade Grifter mask I made, which turned out really good.
Grifter.
So yeah,
So
I love
underrated,
Grifter.
that character.
Turner's like, oh, hold on, let me just change my mood lighting. Boom.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you're just jealous, Chris.
Fancy.
No, you could get those too. It's like $5 on Amazon or something.
Whoa.
I think
What
the
do I
whole
look
thing.
like?
I think the whole
Money
thing was
bag?
like $15.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not expensive.
I was like, Mr. Moneybags here. Sugar.
No, but it's not too expensive to buy like old guns like this and that, but $5 for a shifting light.
You leave my old guns out of this. I haven't bought an old gun in like a year. Shut up.
Oh, fine. Oh, okay. Touchy. Got it. It's been a
We have
year.
983 less viewers than Heel vs. Babyface, who's streaming Starfield, and still this is the more entertaining show.
True.
Yeah, I watched. You can head out anytime you want, Turner. I know you gotta go, so I don't want to keep you.
No, you're good. But thank you guys for having me on. I really appreciate it. It was nice to finally meet you and join the stream. I've been interacting with you guys, especially Sim. We've been interacting a lot on Twitter for quite some time since your last campaign was up. So it's good to meet you guys. So thank you. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Well, you guys have a good rest of your Saturday. Enjoy your Tim Hortons for me, Sam.
I will. I'm gonna probably go right after I'm done here.
There you go.
I'm
All
just
right.
gonna
Take care,
order
guys.
from you.
Take care, chat. Thank you, guys.
Later.
Yeah, like I was watching Shook play it that Starfield game, and I was bored. If I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, that Starfield game. Like people are saying it's good and everything. For me, one I've seen like the last couple of Bethesda games I have not been interested in. I did not like I played them, but like I never fully beat them. Like I was like, eh. And then I was watching Shook play this Starfield, and I was like, this looks kind of dull and boring. And like the design looked kind of bland and boring. And like all the guns he was picking up was just like real world guns, but with some like science fiction bits and bobs put on them. I was like, wait, ain't this supposed to take place in like the future where we've colonized other planets and stuff? Or something? Why are we still using like a P90, an AK? At one point I seen somebody had a 1911. I'm like, what? A 1911? Come on. How is that still being used? I don't know. It just all felt That's what it felt like to me. I could go without it. If I were to pick it up, it probably wouldn't be until like way later when it's like $30 for a collected edition or something. Oh, I don't know. That's just me. All right. Yeah.
Don't forget to sub, like, and share, everybody. I have to guess Snake Eye or Deadpool from the distance, but Deathstroke is nice too. Like playing him in Injustice. Yeah.
I thought maybe it was what's his name? Genji from Overwatch, that weird ninja character. I need a healing. Let's see. When Lover's Lab comes out with the Fox Furry mod for Starfield, Sugar will definitely play. Oh, come on now. But it does kind of look like a typical Bethesda of like release the game, in like a basic state, a basic amount of like the basic framework kind of game, and then like the modders will fill it out. Speaking of Bethesda, I was shocked how little Fallout 4 had on me. Fallout 3 was my jam. I even installed a 40K mod once, but 4 was so meh. Yeah, with 4, I didn't even finish the main story. I was like, I don't care about any of this. Which says a lot because I love Fallout universe. I absolutely love 1 and 2. They're probably some of my favorite games. I loved playing them growing up, and I still love them now. I can still go back and play Fallout 1 and 2. New Vegas, I can still go back and play it. Fallout 3, I haven't went back and played it since it came out, really, but I did beat it. There was a couple memorable moments for me, but like New Vegas, I had a ton of memorable moments. But 4, I don't really nothing. I don't really remember much. I remember the settlement system, and I remember it because I remember being kind of pissed about it.
The settlement? Oh yeah. You talking about Fallout the Fallout multiplayer game or?
No, Fallout 4. The settlement system pissed me off because all it was just because I had already played a settlement mod in New Vegas before Fallout 4 even came out, and it was way better than the one in Fallout 4. The mod was better than the freaking Bethesda mechanic, and I was like, "This is bullshit." And why would I bother with that then?
True.
And I don't know. So Starfield don't have me. Elder Scrolls. I liked Morrowind. Loved Morrowind. Oblivion was not, I didn't enjoy it as much as Morrowind, but I was like, it's all right. But I did beat it. Did enjoy some of it. Skyrim, didn't beat it. Didn't. I really was disappointed with like the story, like stuff for like the guilds. Like the story's kind of and like it just felt like every iteration they've taken more and more stuff out, and stuff. I don't know. Just feel like there's less and less, and gamers get excited about less and less. It just feels like. Because I was listening to a review of Starfield, and people were talking about how it's cool because it's big deal because you can have like a background when you make your character, you can select like a background for him, and it has like these small like additions, and like when you're in dialogue, you might occasionally see a dialogue option for your background pop up, and then they also have traits you can select that can have an impact, I guess, on the game here and there. And I'm like, oh wow, that shit was done like back in like the 90s and early 2000s in RPGs. Like, why are we so like blown away by this? I just don't get why we are so. I don't know. We just have such low standards as gamers. Like. Games back in the day used to deliver all this stuff, and that was the norm.
And for $20.
Yeah, and for less. And now, like Total War, the Total War game series, over the course of these games, they've taken out mechanics. They've gotten rid of things and taken out mechanics, and nobody complains, and everybody's just like, oh, this is all right. This is good. This is good. And I'm like, no, this is less than what we got before. It just has better graphics. That's it. And they're charging you full price. And then they're going to hit you with a bunch of DLC on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
I just find it all frustrating.
Agree.
Yeah, I agree. So 4 was meh. 4 was very meh. I don't remember anything really in 4. And then like it was all big, and there was all these things, like all these like location points, and I just remember every time I'd go to one, it was just like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go fight the super mutants. All right, I killed them, got some generic loot and stuff for the settlement. All right, next place. Oh, here's another place. Oh, it's a cave. And it's not very big. It's not very complex or interesting. And I'm fighting some more super mutants. Yeah, it was just like, here's your generic cave with generic enemies and some randomized loot. Nothing really interesting. And I don't know, the quests and the characters and the story didn't interest me. Not like New Vegas. New Vegas was so neat and cool. Let's see. No memorable moments for Chris. Does that mean Fallout 4 has no rats or mice? Oh, Lord. Fallout 1 and 2 did. Oh, yeah, because they did. Yeah, because you had to fight them and stuff. Yeah, right? Yeah, and you could kill them and they'd fall over and little blood come out. I remember Fallout 1, you left your vault and you fought, was it rats? I think it was rats. Fallout 2, you had to complete the trials.
I didn't play that one.
Fought ants, giant ants. Yeah.
I think I got in on the third one, and I was having trouble getting into it, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I wasn't as big into the third one. I remember playing it back in the day, and it was just that same like green color all the time because you had to turn on your light when you're underground. So you had to see that same like green fucking color. And all my only memorable moments I remember from 3 was the beginning where you were bringing in where you got to see some of your life in the vault and stuff.
Mhm.
And I remember the commie robot, or the robot that hated the commies. And I liked him at the end there. And I don't really remember much else about 3. Let's see. I don't get the hunger for these space exploration endless possibility games. When No Man's Sky flopped, I loved the train wreck because that's what you get. That's what you get. Apparently, No Man's Sky
They made up for it.
Yeah, they continued working on it and updating it, and people say it's actually pretty good now.
And they gave everything they promised for free, all the updates and all everything. Like they lived up to what they said.
So I do applaud them for trying to redeem themselves in the eyes of their audience and stuff, and doing all that. That's good. A lot of other people, there's other people that wouldn't have. Let's see. Oh, we got Alex. He says, "Wait, man, that's not B.A. Turner. That's Simon Posier."
Yeah, B.A. Turner just left.
Well, there's a big difference between the two of them. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Chris likes B.A. I guess. What the hell is that? Sorry.
Let's see. Yes, that's right. Alex did miss Turner. Yes, we got to talk with him for a little bit. Got to learn about his campaign. Sim showed up here at the end. Yes, and we got him a sale.
Sweet.
Let's see. Always good to
Oh,
see.
the project does seem interesting.
Yeah, it's always good to see, and you don't see gargoyles that much in media anymore, so I like it. Let's see. Red Dress. I had Fallout 3 modded out so much on my PC that it had photorealistic landscapes and weather. But yeah, I did. I had like 100 over 100 mods installed on New Vegas at one point. I loved New Vegas. Gosh, that was great. New Vegas was such a good one. It was so memorable. It was so cool. So much cool stuff going on with it. And I modded the shit out of that game. The based AI president was cool. I liked the radio station. And First Steel Soldier was cool. Based AI president. Oh yeah, because of what was it? The iBots, right? Yeah, that floated around and would broadcast the shit. Like the radio station. Radio station was what? 3 Dog. Ow! Right? Pretty sure. Capital City Wasteland. Yeah, the radio stations are always a positive point with the Fallout games. Yes, New Vegas is better though. Yes, very much so. No Man's Sky got overhauled massively. It really turned into a cool game. Yeah, I never got to play No Man's Sky. Usually those types of games aren't a big draw to me, but that is a nice positive thing to hear. I got to give it to No Man's Sky's developers and everything for that. They didn't make up for it. It's called cope. They added a minimum, which made people with buyer's remorse, derangement syndrome go okay. Yeah, Soul is not tolerating their shenanigans.
Soul is just being a bit salty. Because most people that I know that bought it were pissed. They said that they delivered everything they promised, so everybody's mostly happy with it.
Not Soul.
I don't even think Soul has the game. Come on. You see how harsh he goes on the dwarf game. Deep Rock Galactic. He never played it.
Well, he probably took a look at it, said, "Yeah, this ain't for me." And then when it all failed,
Yeah, you did that by watching Marinus play. Like anybody watching Marinus play would not want to buy the game.
Well, what watching Marinus play anything is a turn off.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Let's see. Putting the links. Thank you, Soul.
Alex agrees with me too. There you go. Alex Verb. What's up, buddy?
I don't even know what we're agreeing with you on.
Hmm?
I don't know what we're agreeing with you on.
What I just said about the games. Alex says Deep Rock Galactic is fun multiplayer with friends, but don't pay full price. Yeah, of course. No games you should pay full price. They overcharge you now. So fuck this shit. What's up, Alex? Saying hi to my girl, Alex.
There we go.
Chris Rose, there you go. He's back.
Gosh dang it. It's saying my connection is unstable. Sweet Dog would probably love some Halloween. Too.
So it's like Team Lion killed the dwarves. Wow. Wow.
Galactic is fun and multiplayer with friends, but don't pay full price, says Alex. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah. I'm not salty, but you're not taking my ability to piss on that game away, just like with Deep Rock Galactic. Sugar, careful, you almost fell off your rocket chair. This ain't a rocking chair. My rocket chair's outside. I switched chairs a while back. That was a long while ago I switched chairs. What was I gonna do? I was gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah, about like 30 minutes ago you said that. Actually, right now I'm thinking about eating something. I want to eat. I'm hungry. Maple bacon.
Yeah, Sim's gotta shove that meat in his mouth.
Yep.
All right, everybody. I'm wrapping this thing up. I'm sleepy.
Have a good night, everybody. Don't forget to sub, like, and share. Good night. Good day.
Yeah. Not everybody's like me over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So I hope everybody has a good rest of their Saturday. Oh wait, hold on. Soul says sugar Sundays with sugar tomorrow. I don't know. What would I do?
I know. Usually you did the Sunday streaming thing. You were doing the gaming thing, no?
Wait, today's the new month. I could buy Baldur's Gate and play that.
You could.
Could my computer handle it though? I don't even know. I don't know. Since it's a new game, I don't know if my computer could handle it. Yeah, maybe I could play Baldur's Gate tomorrow and try it out. See if I'll like it. I don't know. I mean that's a new game. That's a happening new game. So maybe that would draw in some new people. I don't know. Yeah, but the moment all those companions start hitting on me, I'm killing all of them. I'm just start murdering all. Get your crap out of here. I don't want to be hit on every 2 seconds. All right. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll see y'all tomorrow, probably playing something. And I should have somebody lined up for Monday. Later, everybody.
Okay, everybody, good day.